Hi Sam. Are you ready for today's lesson?
Hi Alex. I sure am. What's the word we're learning today?
Today we're diving into the German verb,
ziehen,
which means to pull or to move.
Interesting. Is that the most common meaning?
Yes, it is. However, it can also mean to draw, like in drawing a card, or to attract, like when someone is drawn to a place. Just be careful it's a false friend with.
to pull,
In English, since it can also mean to leave or go away in some contexts.
Got it. So how do we use
ziehen,
in different tenses?
In the present tense, we say,
ich ziehe, du ziehst,
and.
zieht.
For example, you could say,
Ich ziehe das Bild an die Wand.
which means I am pulling the picture to the wall. In the past tense, you might say,
Ich zog.
for the preteritum, like in,
Ich zog das Seil.
meaning I pulled the rope. For the perfect, you would say,
Ich habe gezogen.
as in,
Ich habe das Auto gezogen.
meaning I have pulled the car.
That's interesting. And what about the imperative?
The imperative form is,
Zieh.
so you could say,
Zieh das Fenster auf.
which means pull the window open.
So where does the word
ziehen,
come from?
It has roots in Old High German, specifically from the word,
Ziehen.
which means to pull. Over the centuries, it has maintained that core meaning. I think it's fascinating how language evolves but keeps its essence.
That is fascinating.
Now, let's break down the word.
Ziehen.
It consists of the root,
Zieh.
and it doesn't have a prefix or suffix. The root itself comes from the action of pulling.
That sounds simple enough.
Yes, and because it's not a compound word, we don't have to worry about the headlast rule. The gender for
Ziehen.
as a verb is neutral since it acts as an action.
Are there any similar words to
ziehen,
Absolutely. Consider,
Abziehen.
which means to deduct or to pull off. Or,
Einziehen.
which means to move in. There's also,
Heranziehen.
meaning to pull closer, and,
Vorziehen.
which means to prefer.
Wow, that's quite a few.
Yes. Then we have
Ausziehen.
which means to take off, and
überziehen,
meaning to overdraw. There's also
beseitigen,
meaning to remove, and
zurückziehen,
which means to withdraw.
Can we practice using?
ziehen,
In real-life situations.
Sure. Imagine you're at the gym and you want to pull a weight. You could say,
ich ziehe das Gewicht,
which means I pull the weight.
Okay, I'll try.
ich ziehe die Hantel.
Great try. That means I pull the dumbbell. Another situation could be at home, like when you're opening a drawer. You could say,
ich ziehe die Schublade auf,
Ich ziehe die Schublade auf.
perfect. Lastly, while traveling, if you're pulling your suitcase, you might say,
ich ziehe meinen Koffer,
Ich ziehe meinen Koffer.
good job. Now, let's talk about the gender for the noun form.
Is there a specific gender for?
Ziehen.
It's actually a verb, but if we look at the noun form,
der ziehen,
meaning the pull, it follows the masculine pattern. A hint for remembering is that masculine nouns often end in N.
I'll remember that.
As for usage, you can use
ziehen,
in both informal and formal settings, but it leans towards the informal side in everyday conversation. Some common phrases include
einen Plan ziehen,
which means to make a plan, and
an die Hand ziehen,
meaning to pull someone's hand.
What about similar words I might confuse it with?
Be careful with,
drücken,
which means to press or push. They are often mixed up, but
ziehen,
is about pulling.
Can you give me some example sentences?
Sure. For example,
ich ziehe das Auto in die Garage,
means I pull the car into the garage. Another one is
wir haben die Tür aufgezogen,
meaning we have pulled open the door. You could also say,
zog die Aufmerksamkeit auf sich,
which means he drew attention to himself.
Those are great examples.
And you might say,
ich ziehe morgen
which means I am moving tomorrow.
Can we do a quick recall check?
Absolutely. What does
ziehen,
mean?
It means to pull or to move.
Correct. Can you give me one of its past forms?
I think it's
Ich zog.
Right. And how do you say pull the window open in German?
Zieh das Fenster auf.
Perfect. What's the noun form of
ziehen,
I think it's
Wir ziehen.
close? It's not commonly used, but good effort. Lastly, can you tell me a similar word?
Abziehen.
Exactly. You did really well today, Sam. The key takeaway is that
ziehen,
is an essential verb for pulling or moving in various contexts.
Thanks, Alex. I feel more confident with this word now.
I'm glad to hear that. Keep practicing, and we'll see how you use it next time.